Hey beauties, I decided to do a chit chat style get ready with me because I like chatting. Sorry that I'm all over the place. I'm always all over the place when I'm talking. But if I can just help one person, I feel like I've done a deed. I just got a MacBook now too, so my editing should be at least a little bit better. I apologize for the smoke detector. I don't know which one it is. I always go back and fix my eyebrows at the end if they need more fixing. So let's talk about body image. I also have always really kind of had a negative self-image. It wasn't until probably, okay, in 9th grade, I weighed 178 pounds, and that was the heaviest I had been in my life at that time. Well, for a long time, actually. Right now, I'm going into my last year of college, right? Okay, so my freshman year of high school, I was 178, and I just thought I was a block. I just knew I was a block. I knew it. But all my weight was in my bottom half. My arms weren't big. My stomach wasn't big at all. None of that. But my face was big, though. I had, like, you know, the chubby cheeks, the baby fat or whatever. I had, like I said, I just had a negative image. I was very bitchy, to say the least. I didn't care for people. But I'm very introverted, so I don't care for people to this day. Like, I can't be around people for that long because it consumes me. And I kind of need time to myself again to regroup. But I love working with people, if that makes sense. But, like, as far as social settings, I don't particularly have to be around people. Like I said, I really just hated everything about me. And I was very mean towards people. I kind of was a bully. That has stuck with me for years, pretty much. Like, well, people now can say back then you were a bully, but for a long time, I feel like I had a negative reputation. Like, don't get me wrong, I was cool with a lot of people. I was never lonely, that type of thing. But, like, people hated me before they even knew me. And that's also because of how I looked in my body language when I didn't really even mean any harm. But the reason of me bringing up this topic, I really want to talk about body image, is because we have to learn how to love ourselves at every stage that we're at. So I was 178 in 9th grade. I lost 40 pounds the summer of 9th grade. The summer alone, I lost 40 pounds. Like, I just wasn't in a good spot, and I just needed to lose weight. So, came back to school a bad bitty. And to be honest, I was getting, like, way more attention from people. People noticed me. Guys, I'm talking about guys noticed me. They noticed me before, but something about 10th grade, I think I had drew a lot of attention. It wasn't even that much attention until really 11th grade, though, because people from different ages and stuff like that. 11th grade, when I started building confidence, I started knowing, like, okay, I'm cute or whatever, but I always remain humble. Okay, so 11th grade, I just started feeling myself, but only kind of, sort of. I was 140, y'all, 140. I was so skinny looking, though. That's the thing about it. Like, I look kind of sick as I'm looking back on my old pictures, but oh, do I wish I looked sick again. So anyways, fast forward. My prom dress was a size 4. So that just shows you how small I was. Fast forward to college, I guess you could say. I'm not exactly sure how much I weighed my freshman year, but I know, like, the fall semester of my sophomore year, I was at the gym with my sister and my friend Christina. And I got on the scale and I was 181. Back to my freshman weight of high school that I didn't want to be at. So I kind of felt some type of way about that. But then fast forward again to January. This is right before I met my boyfriend, and I remember we was talking about weight, me and him. Like, right when we met in February, and we were talking about weight, and I was like, yeah, I just lost 10 pounds. So at that point, I was 171. I was feeling better because as I grew older, the additional weight on me, I still was small in a sense. Like, my bottom, like I said, my bottom was just heavy, but my top still hadn't gotten big. My top was like my waist was still invisible, everything. So I still had the same shape. That was sophomore year. Fast forward later that year to my fall semester of junior year. So about 1 year ago, I was living in an apartment and he was there a lot. And we just eat. We just ate. We love eating to this day. Like, we love eating. It just wasn't good, y'all. It just wasn't good. So we would just eat, like pig out, like candy. That was our problem. Candy, pizza. We always get pizza. That pretty much was the main thing. Candy and pizza. So, cause we was on a budget. Balling on a budget. All our money went to food. We never weighed ourselves really because we both were blocks. Just to be frank, like to put it out there. We both were big. So we never really weighed ourselves. We never paid attention to any of that. I don't know what made us weigh ourselves, but eventually we did. And he had gained about, I'm not going to put his, like the weight, but he gained a lot of weight. I don't know if he wants me to share. So I gained, like I said, I don't know how much weight because I hadn't taken my weight since that January when I was 171. I had gained, I was 198.6. So if ever a time I thought I was a block, I definitely did now. Different people carry weight differently. But I could see that I was gaining weight. Like, I could see it. Like at Christmas last year, I was just really big. And like I said, I could see that I was gaining weight. And I still hadn't done anything about it, really. And I say I was tipping 200, but I'm pretty certain I had exceeded 200. I just didn't catch it. And I thank God I didn't catch it. I would have slipped into a depression. Because it was the hardest for me to accept the fact that I was tipping 200. Like, I got off that scale and my stomach was in my throat. Like, I had the biggest knot in my throat. I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, is this real life? That was in about October-ish or so. I don't know where the change happened. I wasn't recording my weight again. I went back to not recording my weight because I'm just like, why am I torturing myself like this? Fast forward to this year and I've been doing things differently. I had changed my whole diet. I'm gonna be honest. I'm back on a bad tracker now, but I'm more active too. I do more physical things now. Like even something as simple as getting up and getting out of the house. My job requires a lot of walking and lifting things and stuff like that. So thank God for that because that's keeping me on my P's and Q's as well. Right now, I'm currently at 180. So I've lost 20 pounds essentially. Though that's not my ideal weight and I don't even really want to share it, I'm sharing it because of the simple fact that I know people are struggling. Because I was hurt, y'all. I was like, oh God, I want to look in the mirror. Like, I wouldn't look in the mirror at myself. Walking past a mirror was like the hardest thing I had to do during the day. I've never been diagnosed with depression, but I was there. Me and my boyfriend went through some hard times. Like, I think we both were just very unhappy with ourselves. And then I was dealing with a lot from this past spring semester. I just was very unhappy. Like, it was a lot that happened. Now I'm to the point where, yeah, I'm 180. No, that's not anywhere where I want to be. I'm trying to at least get to 160. Can we get to that weight? I'll be happy with that. I'm okay with it because, like, it's what it is, you know what I mean? Like, what can I do about it? Am I gonna cry about it? Heck no. Have I thought about crying about it? Heck yeah. Of course I have. I'm just learning, like, I have to love myself at all stages. Because, yeah, I gained a lot of weight. And no, this is not how I'm used to looking. But it is how I look. And it is what it is. Like, you know, like, it is what it is and only I can change it. And my friend too, she was, because she always tell me how she gained so much weight, and I saw her for the first time recently, and I said, you look fine, like, you know, what's the issue? And she was saying, no, I just gained so much weight, like, it's not fine, it's not fine, it's not cool, and all of that. She was telling me how she went from 127 all the way to 169. So she had gained a bit of weight too. But when I saw her, I was like, the weight looks good on you. And she was like, no, it doesn't. Like, you know how when anybody could tell you anything in the world, but if you don't believe it, it's a load of crap. You know, it's one of those type of things. So I understood where she was coming from, because I was like, nobody could tell me nothing either. My boyfriend used to always say, you look fine, or stop beating yourself up about it, and if you feel that bad, just do something about it. But if not, okay, you still look fine. Like, I'm not going nowhere. But it's like, I used to be like, I don't care if you go somewhere, I'm fat anyways. Like, you know, I wasn't even worried about that. I know how it is to not really want to hear what other people are telling you, because it's like I have to look in the mirror at the end of the day. You don't. I just wasn't at a happy place. I'm slowly getting back to a happy place. I'm way better now, but I was super unhappy with everything and everybody, and it was nobody's fault but my own. Yeah, she was telling me she gained weight, and I was telling her, like, don't beat yourself up about it. Like, you know, just do something about it if you feel like it's affecting you that much. Basically telling her all the things that my boyfriend had been telling me when I was going through, and I wasn't trying to hear it. So why did I expect that she would be trying to hear it? My point here is just love yourself. Like, we're gonna go through different stages of life. We're not going to be Miss Perfect or Mr. Perfect. We're not. There's no such thing. Like, what is perfect? You have your own definition of perfection in the first place. So I don't know, I just say don't beat yourself up about it. And for a long time I went through different type of self-image. Like, to me, weight is nothing. I have to deal with this on my face for the rest of my life. And like, to me, weight really isn't even that big of a topic. I feel like I went through way different self-love type of thing. Like, I have to deal with this on my face for the rest of my life. And though I'm okay with it now, I was not okay with it at one point. Like, I was not okay with it in the least bit, honey. And I even went to I haven't ever told anybody, but I went to the dermatologist to talk about getting this removed. It's called nevus sebaceous. It's basically a collection of moles. But like, I just call it a birthmark because it came when I was like 1 or 2. You know, I don't have it on when I didn't have it when I was an infant. As I got like 1 or 2, it's there in every picture. So I guess it just grew out of nowhere. So when I went to the dermatologist, I thought about getting it scraped off, and I might have still had the mark there, but it wouldn't be 3D. But you know, I sat back and I thought about it. First of all, the dermatologist, in my opinion, was nasty. Like, he was making it seem like basically I should get it removed because it's a growth, and like the way he went about approaching me was just whack, in my opinion. Yeah, he was talking about how I should remove it and stuff like that. So I gave it some deep thought, and I was heavily considering it. Then I'm like, you know what, this is me. I wouldn't be the same without me. This is my good side to me. Like, I take all my pictures on this side. I don't really know how to pose for this side, and that's not why, you know, that's not why I chose. But I'm saying I even embrace it so much to the point where I don't try to hide it, you know what I mean? But now that I've accepted that this is gonna be with me for the rest of my life, things have been much better. But I just used to, like, when I get breakouts on my face, I used to say, I already got all this other stuff on my face, God. Why can't I have perfect skin? Like, I just used to hate it. And then now that I've accepted it, I'm, you know, moving past that. But one thing that I will say is my degree is in speech pathology, and my degree will be in speech pathology, and I'll be working with children if I decide to pursue that. Children, they're harsh. I was going to get my hair braided last summer, and a girl's daughter, she was like, ew, what's that on your face? And then she backed up. Like, she was like, ew, what's that on your face? As she's backing up or whatever. And that really hurt my feelings. Like, my feelings were hurt. And I don't know why, because she's only 3, and you know, kids are kids. They don't know. Like, I'm sure she knew what she was doing, because I'd be like, all kids know what they're doing. But I'm sure she didn't know that she was going to make me feel some type of way. I was kind of mad at myself, because I'm like, why are you letting a child hurt your feelings, my girl, grow up? It was that type of thing. But you know, you can't control your feelings. That's the only reason why I'm like, I don't know how effective. I don't know how much this is going to be a distraction. But it is what it is. I'm like, either you accept it or you don't. Now I'm to the point where I'm like, this is me. Hey. And then like with weight, I'm like, this is also me. Hey. You know, because if we continue to beat ourselves up for being human, for going through changes, sometimes you go through life changes that you might gain weight from. You never know, like things happen. Last year when I was an RA for 1 semester, because they called me. I was put on a waiting list. And so they called me the last day of my final. I was actually driving home from my final. And they called me and said, you know, they offered me a position or whatever. And they offered me a position in a freshman dorm. As a matter of fact, it was a dorm that I lived in when I was a freshman. Anyways, I took the position not knowing what situation I was coming in. But apparently the last RA had got fired. And it was just, you know, long story type of thing. I didn't know. I thought maybe she had just graduated or something. I didn't know I would be walking into hell, essentially. Like, as y'all see, I like makeup. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I've been into makeup for about, I really kind of got into it almost 2 years ago. My sophomore year is when I got into it, in other words. So, but I don't, foundation wise, it's only been about 1.5 years. I only used to do like my eyebrows looking crazy and stuff like that. So anyways, now y'all see that I like makeup, and I'll put a pound of it on. If I put on makeup, it's going to be a lot of it. It's not going to be a little bit, because what's the point of that? What's the fun in that, you know? I always wear makeup and stuff like that, but I'm not the type of person who has to have a makeup. I mean, obviously, because I wouldn't come to y'all with no makeup on. So anyways, last year, when I was there, actually it's not even last year, it would be maybe January-ish or February-ish of this year. They were being rude, like it was just a lot that was happening. And basically somebody left a note, because we have a board where we put our information, being the RA. Someone thought it was funny to put false advertisement on my picture, and I cried. I did. I cried because it's like, I've been nothing but nice to y'all. I tried to like introduce myself. I had like a little hall meeting, and I'm like, you know, I'm here. I was so excited about it and stuff like that, and that really made the experience suck, because from then on I just was like, I don't know who did it. I don't know who I can trust. I had one girl who I was real cool with. I cried about that because I'm just like, I didn't cry because they said false advertising, but I cried because I felt like I was being bullied. But I guess that's payback for how I acted some days of my life. So yeah, that kind of like ruined my experience of being an RA, to the point where I'm not doing it again this year. I mean, for various reasons, but that's definitely one of them. I guess you learn things in every life experience. Learn things about yourself. But basically, I was like struggling silently. Nobody will ever know like that I went through stuff, in other words. I didn't really seek the assistance of others. Maybe like my one best friend. I would tell her things that I felt like I needed to tell her, but she's like a skinny mini, so I never really could I mean, I could, but what would she understand? She was going through an issue where she couldn't gain weight, and I'm over here like I can't stop gaining weight. So we was going through two different things, honey. 2 different pains, 2 different struggles. But eventually she got her weight up, and here I am, still trying to get my weight down. Life is going to bring you many different experiences. You're gonna feel many different type of ways about things that happen in your life. But if we cry about all of them, where is that really gonna get us? I know I don't have that much of a following base, but I just feel like we all go through things and we all can share exactly. We don't have to share exactly what we're going through because it's not anybody's business, and it's also your choice to share. But you know what I mean. We're all going through things, and maybe if I talked about it, I could help one person, then I've done a good job. Not really sure what I was meant to do, but I know I love helping people. Love it. But I was working with adults with intellectual disabilities, and I found myself the happiest when I was doing that, because just putting a smile on their face. It was one resident in particular that resonated with me, and she loved me. She loved me, and I loved her. Like, she'd be like, Maya, you're working with me today? And I just be like, yes, I am. So if you're watching this and like you want to share something, then go ahead and share it. Well, my story is that I'm working on me. I'm working on loving me again. It already had took me 16 years to do it in the first place, and then I just fell into this deep dark place, and now I'm like, you'll get there again, Maya, don't give up. I'm gonna wear my glasses today, so I'm focusing on my outer corner when I'm smoking stuff out, and I'm trying to open up my eye. I hope this video isn't too long, but I'm sure it's gonna be long enough. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it, baby. Sure of it. I'm super nervous about uploading this because since 9th grade I made this switch. I used to put all my business on Front Street, but since 9th grade I don't really bring my business to light because it's no one's business, of course. Like, I'm most nervous about putting my weight out there. I don't know why. And people are so judgmental too. I haven't really told y'all a solution to my problem. Just a matter of you'll change when you're ready to change, pretty much. Like, and as far as weight is concerned, you have to find the love for yourself again. Because realistically speaking, us gaining all of this weight, I'm saying us like all of yous watching is going through this, but you know what I mean, like realistically when we gain weight, we're not helping ourselves. So it is a form of like self-hate in a sense when we let ourselves get to the point where we don't even love ourselves, we don't even like the way that we look. That's an issue, like, you know. So really change comes when you're ready for it to come. My boyfriend just texted me, I love you so much. And then the next text said, random thought. I just love him. If it wasn't for him, at first I was saying if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have gained all this weight. But if it wasn't for him, I would have gotten through. If you are going through something though, it doesn't hurt to at least let like one oh my god. Oh my god. No. Did y'all see that? Like, I love blush, but I went ham. No, this is not me speeding it up. I'm so nervous about this video. Like, I'm not even saying much, but I'm saying a whole bunch. I think it's like comes a point where when you graduate high school and a couple years go by and stuff like that, then of course you're not gonna look like you looked in high school because you're getting older, your metabolism slows down. I never had fast metabolism, but you know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Yeah, this mascara sucks. It's doing a whole lot of nothing. I got this in my BoxyCharm. Very cute packaging, but that's about it. So I'm thinking about going to this class in New York. It's a 4-day master makeup class, and it's by Priscilla O'Neill. I'm not sure if anyone has heard of her, but I just want to know, what would y'all invest in y'all dreams? Would you invest in your dreams? Do you think your dreams are worth it? They're always worth it. That's me telling you, in case you were gonna say I don't think my dreams are worth it. You're worth it, mamas. You're worth it. I was watching Ashley D Beauty, and I'm new to her channel, but she was talking about how she faces, she's I guess she's still going through depression, and you know, and it just inspired me to come chit chat because it just really resonated with me, and it inspired me to come chit chat with you guys, because you never know if you just, your message might get across to one person, and that's really all that you need to make a difference, is just one person. Just gotta touch one life, baby, just one life. Lashes make just a huge difference. I feel like I just put myself in a tizzy, like talking about this, because I don't really talk about my issues that much. I'll say, oh my god, I look like a whale or something like that to people, and people like, shut up, you look fine. Like I said, the way my body type is, my weight carries differently, but like now I'm getting bigger up top, and it's just not what I'm used to. Like, I need to get back to my old self. My sister gaining weight too. It's like, we both are like, we did not used to look like this. What is going on? But sometimes you got to go through to get better. Have y'all heard about that Drake and Meek beef? I'm like, okay, he didn't tweet your album, and if y'all supposed to be BFFs or whatever they were supposed to be, whatever hurt his feelings, however their relationship is, why couldn't you just text him? Why did you have to tweet all of this other stuff? And then he started tweeting about Safari, and I'm just like, can you grow up? I never particularly cared for Meek Mill, especially when I heard him and Nicki got together, and that's not on no hate and mess. That's just like, why, Nicki? She could probably have any guy she wants, and she choose him. We can't help who we love, but I guess, girl. This is what I meant earlier when I said if I feel like I need to, I will go back and fix it. I hope I don't lose no footage. Sometimes my camera cuts off and it doesn't even make a noise. I think I just messed up my eyebrow. I'm pretty sure I don't like it now. Yeah, I don't. Just had a cookie crumbling today. Okay. I just messed up my eyebrows, but it's too late. I did not like these. I'm being so dramatic, but eyebrows are so important. Tell me why I just went and like searched for my glasses and they were like right here beside me. So yeah, story of my life. Liner by Jordana. These are my favorite lip liners, and this color is Sugar Bronze. It's my first time using it. Since I put on lip liner every day, not every day, but every time I wear makeup, you would think that I will have it down packed by now. I don't. Maybe I put my glasses on at the end, even though I just had them on, so what was the point of me taking them off? My glasses are so crooked too. I need new glasses. I'm like such a nerd. Look at this. They're supposed to be like this, but they're not. And then I have an earring holding this arm on because the screw fell out and I don't know where it went. So would you guys like a tutorial on Marley twists? I did these myself. I use 11.5 packs of Model Jamaican twist. I don't think I'll be using this hair again. I use different hair every time I do my hair. This is itchy. I don't care for it too tough. But anyways, if you want a tutorial, put that down in the box. This is the final look. This is the look for glasses, I guess you could say. So If you're a dweeb like me and you wear glasses, I'm trying to look down because the light reflection will be in here, and that will bother you guys because it bothers, well, it won't bother you guys, but I know it bothers at least one person because it bothers me. So anyways, if you guys want a tutorial on this, then just leave it down below. If you did enjoy this look and you enjoy our little chit chat type of style video, let me know in the comments below. I know this is kind of personal in a sense for the first type of chit chat get ready with me videos that I have. If you if my message got across to anybody, I'm so glad it did. I'm so glad I can maybe help you, or you can just like, when I mean help, because I'm not giving you necessarily a solution, but I'm giving you somebody to talk to, somebody that's going through the same thing as you. And I know for me that means a lot when somebody's going through the same thing as me, and like it really, like, okay, I'm not alone, you know what I mean? So I just want you to know that you're not alone. We're all learning to love ourselves. Like, I'm trying to do it all over again. I'm getting there. I'm like almost there, but I'm loving where I'm at in life and things of that nature. But like body image wise, I'm not so in love with that. So, you know, but see, you have, I have to remember the internal self is greater than your external self. So that comes apart, you know, that plays a part in loving yourself as well. You have to remember that the beauty is only skin deep. And like I said, if you enjoy these type of videos, then give me a huge thumbs up. If you did enjoy the video and you already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back. If you aren't subscribed already, please subscribe. It's free. It doesn't harm anybody. It helps me to help you. Again, it helps me keep making videos. If you are subscribed to me, let me know how you found my channel if you want to, please. I did enjoy this type of video. I did enjoy sharing a piece of me with you guys. It's only a small bit, but it's a bit nonetheless. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for tuning in. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. Mwah. Yeah.